Good. Fight.
All right, early round action here, and it has been amazing to watch the star power increase for one Mackenzie Dern. There was a time when she had negative emotions about mixed martial arts training, not anymore. Now she is on a definite strawweight championship trajectory, and she said if she can take this opponent down, ideally submit her in short order, there will be no denying her as this division's #1 contender. Jessica Andrade became this division's champion May 11th, 2019 at UFC 237 when she knocked out Rose Namajunas. And as many of our fans know, about 3 months later, she made her first defense in China against Zhang Weili. She wants that fight back in the worst way. First things first. Both fighters throwing heat now. All right, here we go, early round one. It sort of seems as though both women are waiting for the other to make a mistake.
Well, they're trying to find an entry. You know, when you're at the highest level of the sport, one mistake could ultimately cost you everything you've worked your whole life for.
All right, so she lays the cross yet again, and maybe it's just the speed that her opponent wasn't ready for.
Her opponent is not ready. She has been trying to catch up, but the whole night, she's had her on her heels, and you can see that. It's very evident she's struggling with her speed.
Once again, the Jessica Andrade power being heard from tonight.
On both sides, I mean, it's just those hooks. She throws them. Boom, boom, she goes forward. Big, looping shots coming from the outside by Jessica Andrade. The moment you gotta get your hands up, she will pick you up and slam you on the top of your head.
All right, so not a ton of resistance by her there on the takedown. Now we'll see if she can work her way back to the feet.
Well, she has got to start building to get away, but she's gotta be safe while doing that.
Back to her feet now, good sign for her there. All right, so we got a little separation now, but watch out for the setup. You gotta think she's gonna shoot for another takedown.
Yeah, she got some separation for a second, but she's gonna get taken down again. Because she's been taken down every time that she's been up on her feet.
Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Another shot. All right, so Cormier's words proving prophetic. Quite the fortune teller over there, but you saw that one coming a mile away as she gets the takedown.
I mean, she was constantly just looking for the takedown, and she's done it the entire fight, right? She's been able to get forward, shoot at the hips, secure the legs, put her opponent on her back. She will not change this.
Oh, and she's back up again. Well, we thought that's how it might play out. There it is, right on cue. Oh, she reverses position on the ground. Beautifully done. And now she gains the dominant position. Well, no surprise here. She backs off and welcomes her opponent back to the feet. Dern's eye starting to close up. Got to get that end swell on it between rounds if we get there. Round two, coming up. All right, there's the horn indicating the end of the round. So potentially a big factor here, ladies and gentlemen. The cut on the cheek sustained in that round. Certainly better to be below than above the eye, but the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. All right, so she does survive to see the next round, but as we show you some replays, DC, nobody's going to be kissing her on the cheek anytime soon.
No, it's a nasty cut on the cheek. She got hit with some big shots, and they really have taken an effect on her. Look at the cut.
Ready? Good.
Round two here. All right, next round is now underway. Hopefully the action continues at a high level. Pretty good first 5 minutes.
Pretty good first 5 minutes. Both of them can really pick it up. Let's see who decides they're going to lead the dance as we go forward.
Block the strike there. Maybe the best shot she's thrown tonight. Her opponent's hurt.
Beautiful placement on that hook. What a great job of finding such a massive shot.
Big head kick. Andrade's eye now a factor in this fight. Looks as though it has been cut open.
Yeah, she's got to move her head. She has not moved her head effectively, and now she's dealing with the cut.
Well, pretty good recovery by her opponent after being stunned. But we see this all the time, right? If you don't close the deal when you have that opportunity, your opponent's back in the fight and can potentially win.
Especially with this opponent. This opponent's so dangerous all the time. It does not matter that she hurt her before. She's going to have to close the door if she gets her hurt again.
Well, not just a high output fight to this point, but a high accuracy fight as well. Both fighters have absorbed a lot of damage thus far.
These two women have both fought so valiantly. They have really laid it out on the line tonight, and it's made for a very fun fight.
Big land there. Just over 2 minutes now to go in round 2.
About the improvements Dern has made on
All right, so we've seen some variance on the takedown attempts for Mackenzie Dern tonight, and she's able to execute another one there.
She's been able to mix up her takedowns, take her opponent down in multiple ways, and that has allowed her to get out in front in this fight. This is exactly what Mackenzie Dern intended to do, and it's exactly what she's doing.
Oh, man, she's got the back. Andrade gets up. She is back on the feet. Looked like maybe she could be the victim of a submission attempt there, but she works hard to get back upright.
She loves to wrestle, so if you get up, she's just gonna take you back down. She's amazing in the wrestling. Beautiful transition.
Back to the feet now. Stuffs the takedown shot there. How good is her takedown game? All right, now we get a little bit of separation. She's in on a takedown here, steps around, and executes the double leg nicely there.
I love that, John. The positioning, getting the hands locked to put her opponent down to the mat. She's got to be careful, though. Her opponent has a butterfly guard. Her back's against the octagon side. She's going to start working her way back to the feet. Good round.
All right, there's the horn signifying the end of the round, and what a round it was for her. We talked about her power off the top of the show, and she certainly put it on full display there.
Power is what identifies her. She got her hands going, was able to land a big shot, got the knockdown, didn't get the finish, but if she's patient, sets everything up again, maybe she'll find the finish in this round.
Ready, John? Ready.
Third round underway. Man, her hands look sharp tonight, and she really punctuated that combination.
She did a really good job of getting after her opponent, extending the combination, and making her pay with that final shot.
All right, so there she goes, taking the fight to the ground yet again. She looked you right in your eye at our fighter meeting on Thursday. She said, I'm going to be able to take her down at will, and largely that's how it's played out.
She said we were going to be impressed, and to this point, I really have been. She has done a great job of mixing up the takedowns, mixing up the attempts,